Hi friends from around the world. What is the Metaverse? So sometimes the business and the economy is evolving in front of our nose and we don't see it. Only in hindsight it seems obvious to us. Now we want to be a front runner, right? Can you imagine a surfer waiting for the big wave, and when the big wave comes he says, well, this is not the one, I will wait for the next one, for the real one, and then it realizes that, well, it is the big one, and paddling behind in order to get to the wave, but you know, it's too late. You have to go at the right moment onto the wave so that the wave brings you to the shore. So the business model we have to identify early so that you can ride the wave of the business model in front of everybody else who is not seeing this. So that is our motive here. When you see this in October or November 2021, well, you are right in front of the wave. If you see it in 2024, well, you see it in hindsight. Now, what is the Metaverse? What is it about? Well, the Meta has become somehow in vogue with regard to the Facebook change of name. It changed into Meta. And by the way, there was a problem, and I mention it because that is the trademark video here. They had the trademark Facebook, right, as its big trademark, core trademark for all their businesses together with social media. And then they changed it to Meta, right? And in some countries that Meta had not been sufficiently or early enough registered. So when the news came out that the change of the name is into Meta, there are others more quicker than Facebook, and they registered the trademark Meta first. And then came Facebook and they saw, well, already occupied, and then negotiations or threats or whatever came into play in order to recover that trademark. And they are talking about millions which are in the middle in order to get the Meta, so to say, reserved for Facebook. Now, this is one thing I talked you over and over in the early trademark videos, where you have to be early, so you have to front run, so to say, the business operations with your trademark strategy. So it has to be evolved one or the other, but front run of IP and then the operations take over. If you do it the other way around, well, then what happens here to Facebook? They will cost dearly. Now, the Metaverse. What is it, the Metaverse? Metaverse now in November 2021 is a combination of reality, of what we know as reality, and virtual reality and augmented reality, together with biology, not biology, computing power, etc. That would be the Metaverse, a combination of a bit reality, augmented reality, and virtual reality. So something new, right? And what has this to do with trademarks? Well, let us go a bit into what happens here with the pandemic. And I will come later to what is the IP part here. Now, the pandemic has changed our work, right? You will see this from around the world. The home office is something which has become our daily work. I need not to go anymore to many conferences. I do this, and I did this in 2020 and early 2021 through virtual, so Zoom meetings or whatever, and I was not physically anymore there. And from home office, well, you know that the presence in the company's premises is not something which is so much around, and we don't know whether it will come back as it used to be in 2019. We don't know. We will see only in hindsight what happens exactly. Now, you are on the virtual, on the Zoom, on the Skype meeting, whatever it is, with your co-workers on a daily basis, rather than being in presence with them, sharing an office. Now, what happens is that you are wearing what you are wearing, right? That would be the normal way of life. But as it is a virtual meeting, so a meeting through computer, so to say, this screen, this computer part in the middle, that can be changed. That cannot be changed in the real reality. If you go to a bar, you are there with all what you wear, and you're in the bar, and the other person is in the bar, and he can see and touch you or whatever. So this is real. Now, with a co-working space in the virtual through computer, this is not the case. Now, what is a possibility? Well, let me explain the fashion industry in order to go a bit deeper and make it more palpable for you. What happens with your grandmother? Your grandmother probably has bought some clothes, some tissue. They went with the tissue to the tailor, and the tailor was doing whatever it was told to do, and your grandmother wear then their customized clothing, right? So what is it with your mother? Your mother probably went to a brick and mortar store and chose from what was there exposed, what more suits her, and then it was wearing that dress which has been chosen from. Now, you would be probably different. I would say what happened to you is probably, and especially during the pandemic, what you have done is go into the internet through Amazon, Shopify, Alibaba, whatever, and you have chosen your dress, what you want to wear at any moment, and it was delivered to your home, right? And how will be your daughter's life with regard to the fashion industry, and how will she interact with the fashion industry? So there I want to come to. Now, what if it is a possibility that she likes, I don't know, Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, Michael Kors, whatever, and she wants to wear this in a video conference together with the co-workers, or it's an important conference, and she wants to to present herself in the best way possible, and she would then have the possibility to do as you did, to go through the internet. Or what if the possibility exists that she has the possibility to go to a virtual site, download something like a virtual dress, which is the last dress they have invented, and to put it on, well, a kind of avatar, or put it on you in a computer fashion, in an artificial intelligence fashion, or to put it on an avatar which resembles to you and speaks as you speak, and interact on the computer with the co-workers in that way. How does that sound to you? It sounds a bit like science fiction, right? At the moment, it is science fiction, or it may not be, but it is a bit science fiction. But in the future, probably not. You think of the background. You had a background. So sometimes I see a background with some waving waves coming to the shore gently, and some palm trees bending to the wind, and a sunny day. So that gives you a kind of envy. And it seems real. It seems quite real, right? So this is the same thing. So it must be a kind of a possibility which you put it on, but you put it on virtually. You have some other dress rightly on, but it seems to be that you have the last dress from Yves Saint Laurent, Le Dernier Cri. You have it on. So how does it sound to you? And how is that possible? Well, again, probably is I talked you through the blockchain and the general ledger, and about I talked to you about through the NFTs, but that will be something different here. That would be a possibility to make a smart contract, put on the blockchain, immutable, and with some conditions. Conditions that could be, I don't know, one-time use, two-time use, use during 1 month, or it could be, I don't know, the professional use or private use, or whatever conditions they may put on into the smart contract. And then you have the possibility to use that smart contract according to these conditions through the blockchain, so to download it, or I don't know how it works exactly in the computer world, but that would be the possibility that you get access to what would be that I don't know, that computer file which permits you to put this dress or what it is onto you. So that is a possibility. That is a possibility. It is a possibility not only for you as somebody who want to use it, it is a possibility for the trademark owner to get additional monetize, so there is no waste of tissue, no confection to be done here, no real thing behind. It is just the design and the download of the design, and then to fit it to your body. So it is environmental, very good. It monetized for the trademark owner. But there's a third thing for it, for the business men from around the world who are here in order to get some news, some good news. Well, it can be also a business model for you. You get into this a bit, so into the technicities. I'm not getting into that, but you will be able. You are younger than me, so you get into the business model, and you will be able to sell this business model once you get to know it to others, to famous brand owners. The brand owners, they are designers, right? They don't have the computing part. Probably they are not very good with it. So it is a possibility to make this happen, and to make you yourself push your business with regard to the trademark monetization. How does it sound now? Sound okay? Now, what is the possibility to make this together with some other trademark owners? So one has the shoes, the other has the shirts, the other has whatever other accessories, jewelry or whatever, and you offer this for I don't know, for blonde women, just to say something, for blonde women or for dark hair women, and you have a style created for this kind of woman. So a very glamorous style, the combination of two or three different accessories or shirts or colors or whatever, and you sell it as a bunch. That would be another possibility. And then you would do this. How would you do this? With influencers. You don't need, as a trademark owner, to give this to the influencer. No, the influencer, they get only this virtual, and rather than having spent all of this real issue to the influencer, they can get it download for 1 month, and that's it. So what sounds it now to you? Where are the limits? I don't know where the limits are. Are there any limits in the computing world? the possibility also for you as a user, you have paid for it, you have, according to what is the smart contract, you have also the possibility to put it on the secondary market. You can resell what you have received from the trademark owner to a third party. You can now not go beyond what you have received from the trademark owner, right? But what you have received, if it is not forbidden by that smart contract, you can translate it or sell it to a third party. So it would be a win-win situation, the best situation in business you can have, win-win situation for all parties involved. So this is my pill for today. Thank you for tuning in.